Hello, hello! Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back with a new crossword to solve with you all. Hello, D, first comment of the day. Rhonda, Felix, Tess are here. Stefano calling in from Italy. What's up, Felix? Sending some hearts. And Wes shared the live. Awesome. And Logician is holding down the fort on Twitch as usual. Minius Mini giving me a smile. Okay, the gang is all here, ready for a puzzle. Hi, Lucky. How you doing? Felix already registering a guest for One Across. Blake, hi. So today we are going to be solving a puzzle from the Stan Newman's Hard line of crosswords. We do these often. They are challenging puzzles, but not as challenging as we get on Saturdays. It's called No-Win Situation. It's by Prasanna Keshava. We've definitely solved this person's puzzle before, and I'm excited to see what we're in store for today. Okay, multiple people suggesting. AJ says, Jack, AJ, what's up? And Minius Mini says, Happy National Nacho Day. How do you always know the obscure holiday that it is? Kennedy Center Honors error at One Across. People saying PBS. I don't know the answer here, by the way, but PBS sounds right, doesn't it? For who would air the Kennedy Center Honors. Yeah, Rhonda says probably PBS. That's exactly how I'm feeling. But James and Gil and Scav are all voting for it, so let's do it. 14. Rhonda goes, nachos. Yeah, the hunger starts early today. National Nacho Day. Why do they make this stuff up? I don't get it, honestly. 14 across is hamburger lament, another food clue, except I actually don't think it's a food clue. Yeah, Drew is guessing bun, but that works with hamburger part, but not the lament part of the clue. I've used this very misdirection when I've written clues before, and I suspect this is not literally talking about a burger, but rather Hamburg, one from Hamburg. So we're talking lament from Germany. Yes, and they say ack, apparently. Jesse and Blake and Lucky and Rhonda all guessing ack. Like this. I think this is a classic lament in German, although this BC is a little concerning. Maybe we check it right away. Minius Mini says that they learn them through Google, these obscure holidays. I find obscure national days fascinating. It's also National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. Well, that is at least more fitting. It's pumpkin season. Nachos is pretty random. Hey, Julie, how you doing? I haven't even read this clue. Biotin and niacin, etc. Okay, so the BC might actually work. Because Julie's saying B complex. I'm not sure that this is right, but at least there's a possible candidate. B complex. Yeah, I mean, these are vitamins. So I would believe that they're B vitamins. I can't tell how much we're guessing versus people are like, oh, I know niacin is in the B complex, you know? But maybe we check one down. Baja Resort for short. Baja Resort for short. Not Stanley Tucci just joined. How you doing? What if it actually is Stanley Tucci? It would not be a very good cover, the username. Yeah, Arkadium's like, crosswords B complex. It's so true. Crosswords B complex. Cabo. Okay, Baja Resort. Okay, CBS. Now we're refining our answer for One Across. Maybe it wasn't PBS. I didn't really know. The SH still looks promising, so let's try Cabo. Definitely. Oh, I didn't mean to show 17 across, but here we are. Baja Resort for short. Cabo. Yeah. Classic Mexican resort. Looks right. Let's check 17 across. Possibly our first themer of the day. It's a little unclear because there's not. 24 is probably a themer. It's a long across. Shine Source. Not Stanley Tucci says, I've never seen both of us in the same room at the same time. Now the plot thickens. Okay. Shy Girl's coming in with Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Thank you. I never would have known what CBS actually stood for. Oh, wait. That is not CBS. What is CPB? That's what you're guessing for One Across? I'm lost, Shy Girl. Cabo and CBS. Shine Source is a little bit of a hard clue, and I think maybe we need some downs. Check 3 down. Waves away. I'm not sure. AJ says another fun fact: clouds can weigh hundreds to thousands of tons. That is amazing. I've heard that before, AJ, and it's kind of hard to conceptualize because they seem like floating vapor, but I guess water is heavy, and they are comprised of water of a sort. Columbia Broadcasting something is CBS. Golden Mom and Jessica are saying shoes off. So something waves away. Yeah, like shoe fly. Shoes off. It could be. XF is very strange, but maybe we try. Yeah, Arkadium only works out by deadlifting clouds. Can you imagine? That's probably how the gods work out. Unformatted document file. Yeah, we definitely have some issues. Unformatted document file. Oh, I was about to say it's definitely PDF because of this F, but it could be TXT and the F be wrong. Oh no, we're actually in some trouble. 20 across looks weird too. Oh boy. Are we in trouble? Jessica says DXF, but is that a file format? Vedart, I'm glad you're here. We need help. Oh, extension? Logician is suggesting EXT for extension? Shoreline is waves away, as Kayla is saying. Oh my god. What do we do? I'm actually feeling a little lost here. School with a Hershey campus. Shoes out. Let me check this. Waves away, shoes out. Okay, I mean, that keeps much of this entry intact. And then, I mean, if we're putting out, it has to be TXT, right? Or, oh, it could be EXT, but I don't like EXT because that's just a generic, that's just an abbreviation of extension. That's not literally a file extension. TXT is an unformatted document file. Let's check 28 down. I think it might be helpful. Just as I say that, it's not that helpful. The first PC screen. Oh, man. Why do we always struggle at the beginning? PDF is not unformatted, says Josh. EXE is an executable file, so it won't be those. So what's your vote, Josh? So, and Pizza Pete is back and given me PSU, School with a Hershey Campus, Pennsylvania State University? Penn State? I mean, Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's definitely where Hershey is. Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I'm buying this. EU looks weird, though. An Eco R. Oh, maybe I can make sense of this. All right, we might not be in the dire straits that I feared. Debbie Groves is back on Facebook saying CRT. As is Jay Oakley, Felix D, and Larry and AJ and James and Lucky and Blake and Shy Girl. Oh my god, everybody. And Zettabyte is saying CRT, and Zettabyte is named after a computer thing, so I trust you. The first PC screen CRT, what is this? Oh, cathode ray tube. Wow, tough. The first PC screen, cathode ray tube, old technology. I'm feeling like I can't tell if we're in great shape or terrible shape. But Minnie is telling me, yeah, reuse, which was my instinct on an Eco R. We're talking reduce, reuse, recycle, right? The 3 R's, eco-friendly R's, and it fits. So now we look at 28 across. Provide outfits for. Okay. Yeah, AJ says great shape. I just came to the same conclusion, AJ. Pizza Pete says this looks good. I think we are in good shape. After all. Looks good to me, says Rhonda. I don't know, I was worried. There was just so much weirdness with CRT and TXT, shoes off versus shoes out, CBS versus PBS. It's been a rocky start. Logician Mini, BB, and Dylan and Douglas Filler. Jilly says, great, we got this, Jack. Okay. If Jilly is confident, I'm feeling better. To clothe, yeah, literally provide outfits for. You clothe someone. Oh, this was also concerning me. Except I think it actually is right. Melville novel. Okay. Mitch Miller is here on YouTube also saying clothes. 20 across Melville novel. So Melville, obviously most famous for Moby Dick, but also wrote some other things. And This is kind of an old favorite of crossword puzzles. Scav says no idea. Silver Wheel Sellers is saying, hi everyone, hello. Hope you like crossword puzzles. That's what we do here. Oddly enough, and Felix know the Melville novel, as does Logician and Blake. Ms. Takes says, where do you play this? I'm glad you asked. This is Arkadium.com's official channel. You can follow the link in the bio. All the crosswords we do on this channel are at Arkadium. They put out a ton of crosswords every day and a lot of other games too. So do check them out. AJ says, I'll hop on the bandwagon with Omu. Yeah, it is a weird name for a novel, but it is real. I know this, mostly because of crosswords. I think it's another like adventure boat story. And it might be semi-autobiographical, but I'm just piecing this together through little clues throughout the years. Mistakes just followed us, thank you. And if anyone else is watching and is new here, I should just tell you that we stream every day. We're here every day at noon. It's always a good time. And following us is a great way to keep in touch. Speaks well of Judy and Bear Down Cat are saying touts. That looks good. Golden Mom and BB and Shania agree. Where are we on 17 across, by the way? Which might be a themer, Shine Source. And now I see Boot. And I think, who was it? Scav was saying bootlegger before, but it doesn't quite fit. Oh, Scav is now voting bootlegger with some letters removed because it's thematic and maybe there's some trickery going on. How you doing, Shania? I'm happy to see you too. Felicia's just sharing the live with all their friends. Thanks for that. Maybe we're still not ready for this. Shine Source. Boots get shined. Right? Boot heals, boot polish, says Jonah. Boot licks. AJ and Blake and Felix are all saying boot black. Yeah, boot black's shine shoes, AJ says. I think you're right. A boot black is like an old name for a shoe shining person. Yeah? Jesse Valdez likes it. We'll check the downs to be sure, but I think this is a plausible answer at least. It fits, it does fit the clue. It's a hard clue, but let's see if the crosses check out. Surround in profusion. Surround in profusion. Rhonda's like, sure, that could be right. Why not? Reed Grummond likes it. That's enough for me. Surround in profusion. AJ, Golden Mom, Blake, Minnie, Shania, all saying the same answer, which is mob. And that works. I mean, mob as a verb is to just swarm, right? Surround in profusion. So the B checked out. Let's check the K. Sylvan symbol of strength. Ooh. Wow, I totally forgot about this word sylvan. It's a very nice word. I can't remember the last time I encountered it. I think it means like of the forest. Right? And TikTok. Okay, we're getting several different answers. Multiple people on TikTok saying elk, which makes sense. Elks are in the forest, and they're probably strong animals. Warthog, Golden Mom, and Mitch Miller are saying oak, which I like a little better because Sylvan, it just evokes tree to me. And oaks maybe are more of a symbol of strength than elks. Vedart and Shania are saying yak, which is yet another possibility. Although I don't even know if yaks are known for living in the forest. So my favorite of the suggestions is oak. It could be wrong, but we'll check for across as Rhonda is suggesting. The mighty oak, Felicious, exactly. Hi, Lassie, how you doing? Make a hash of. Make a hash of. Ants is saying mince, which would work with elk. What is this? Oh, mix up, mince. Oh no, I was happy with oak, and now I don't know what to do. I like mince. So mince and elk. Here we go. Mince, elk. Let's check this one. Inside appointments. Wait, inside appointments. It's still a tough puzzle. I like a little resistance. It just makes me feel more accomplished when we end up getting that confetti. Yaks are high plateau animals in Asia, aren't they? It sounds right. Sounds smart when you say it. Bocephius likes mince with elk. Newmon is guessing cycle, inside appointments. Yeah, cycle, oops. Cycle fits, but I don't understand it with the clue. Man, really struggling. Blake, no, this is not a Saturday. Okay, 15 across. What do we do? 6 down? Former SeaWorld star. Oy. Okay, I can only think of one possible answer for 6 down, and does not begin with an N. We're in trouble. Yeah, everyone knows. Rhonda's like, I don't know, these clues are shrug. No, it's not shampoo. I'm guessing that is a funny autocorrect. Shamu, right? Hey, Silent Auction, how you doing? We need help. Shamu was a famous orca that did SeaWorld shows. That's got to be right. So now what on earth is happening here? AJ, nice. And Scav, yes. Misdo, oh my. Misdo is to make a hash of. Yeah, do something incorrectly. And it was oak. All right, I feel validated. Now maybe we're in decent shape. We'll see if 15 across checks out. Rick Blank, good name for a cowboy. Rick Blank, good name for a cowboy. Anne says nice on Misdo. Yeah, I agree. Well done to whoever was pushing that. Ooh, you appoint decor inside your house. Inside appointments. Tough clue. Decor. It's definitely inside, and you appoint decor. Oh my. So I see a name, O'Shea. Why is that a good name for a cowboy? Rick. Uh, Rick. Oh my God. Ricochet? Ricochet? Yeah, Felix got it. Hi, Busy Bee. Wow, that is a groaner of a pun, and I love it. Ricochet. Good name for a cowboy. That's a funny clue. Very funny. All right, I'm feeling good now. Trip's like, oh, I just got the dad joke. Yeah, Julian last year laughing, so punny. Yeah, Ricochet, great. Shania was one step ahead of me on that. Everyone's laughing though. Latin verb crossing runs behind. Okay, all these corners of this crossword, like I'm not confident in them until they're all shut and done. I'm only just realizing that we actually solved the second section. Because is late, if you're running behind, you're late. And amo means, I guess, I love in Latin / Spanish. Okay, I'm ready for another themer. How about you? 24 across, high collar top. High collar top. I'm assuming this is a themer just because it's a long across entry, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, Josh and Raven and Chulit and Bjork. So I'm assuming that's the real Bjork. We don't have the real Stanley Tucci in chat, but we do have the real Bjork. High collar top, turtleneck. Looking good. Mo and Golden Mom, Debbie Groves on Facebook likes it. Minnie likes it. Yeah. Turtleneck. Oh, wait. People are guessing at the theme. I gotta catch up. Man, chat is going fast today. So Scav suggested the long answers end in types of ties. AJ says Scav so smart with the tie themer, and Blake is saying black tie necktie. So boot black and turtleneck ends in types of ties, black tie and necktie. Wow, that is quite a theory. I'm eager to see if this pans out in 46 across. I guess 36 could also be a themer. Can't even name that many types of ties. AJ says bow tie could be one. That's true. Oh, and Scav even connecting it to the title. Wow. Okay, Scav is playing 4D chess. No win situation is a tie. Nobody wins when there's a tie. Okay, that just won me over, Scav. That won me over. Survivor contingent. Shania and Minnie on YouTube are saying tribe. Yeah, Survivor, they break them up into two rival tribes. That's definitely right. Ants is given a round of applause. It's very good. And Minnie is giving a Scab applause over on YouTube. So, Scab, you're getting cross-platform praise right now. Cruise ship's blanket deck. Feels good to crack the theme early. Care Bear is here, and Jesse Valdez saying, Lido? Yeah, the Lido deck. I only know this from having been on cruises. I wouldn't know this otherwise. But the Lido deck is usually the one on the top where there's the pool and people are hanging out. I'm pretty sure it's with an I, Trips. Myers Pug 8N1 is also getting this right. A lot of new names in chat, and I'm heartened to see it. I do want to remind you all that we stream every day, and you should follow us. Oh, and there's another announcement today, which is cool. Arkadium's running a Halloween sale. So you can get Arkadium Plus for 40% off if you use the code BOO40. I'm sure the mod will put it in chat at some point. The code BOO40 will get you 40% off Arkadium Plus. Arkadium Plus comes with ad-free games and an archive. You can play the last 30 days of games. Rancher's Gear. Okay, I'm seeing Jay Oakley say rifles, but also Rialto. And Lassie spelled something wrong. Blake says, no, not a rancher. All right, only the ranchers speak up. Warthog says Riatas. Trips, I don't know the Lido joke in Legally Blonde, but I am curious. It seems like nobody knows for sure, because, yeah, it could be rifles. It could be Riatas. Yeah, 9 down. 9 down is too far. Shania promoting our sale on YouTube. Love the tag team. Canal accumulation. Canal accumulation. Oh, Blake. Good eye. You're always spotting these things. Look at this. 36 across. Look at these. The penultimate letter and the anti-penultimate letter are spelling out bow, which was a theory for another type of tie. We have black tie, necktie, and look at this. It does look like there's going to be a W here, if we can come up with something that works. Very clever. Ooh, and Scab, yeah, I think Scab and Logician said it too. Earwax. That's a nasty clue, nasty answer, but canal accumulation. It's clever. We're not talking silt in the Panama Canal. We're talking earwax in our ear canals. Good stuff. Well done. And then Riatas, it looks like. I was Warthog's guess. I liked Riatas. A Riata, if you don't know, is like a lasso. I actually don't know if there's any difference between them, but picture a lasso. So Rancher's Gear, Riatas. I think we're in good shape. Let's look at 32, and then I want to move upward into this right-hand corner. Soaps Star Hall. Soaps Star Hall. Earwax is blocked on TikTok. That's the weirdest thing. I don't understand some of the words that TikTok blocks, but it was a clever clue. And I'll just trust that you all knew the answer. I don't know this person. Papa K seems to. And David Lugo. Deirdre? We want 35 across. We'll get there, I promise. I like an orderly solve. We're already neglecting this section too much for my comfort. A lot of people saying Deirdre, but there's some disagreement about the spelling, if this is an A or an E. Deirdre seems very plausible. Let's check that down. Zemo G just followed us. Thank you. Thank you, Zemo G. Yeah, everyone, okay, should we just look at it? Everyone wants it to be rainbow. I'll check it just for you. Violate my principles. Word unseen in Baum's Wizard of Oz. All right, I think you guys are all right. Rainbow. Which, first of all, this is a surprising fact, considering Somewhere Over the Rainbow is by far the most famous song from Wizard of Oz, that this word never appears. And actually, now that I see this, I'm struggling to even remember a physical rainbow shown in the movie. Was it just the song? Was it just a metaphor? Is anyone else finding this a surprising fact? Anne says apparently that was a creative liberty. Slippers also weren't red in the book, says JLP. Interesting. Oh, at the end there was a rainbow, maybe. All right. Well, either way, it does seem like we are getting ties today. Black tie, necktie, bow tie. There's going to be at least one more tie, if not two. So start thinking about other types of ties. And salsa specification, which I think I flashed on screen for a second, is looking like picante. Picante means spicy in Spanish. Some people saying picanta, but I'm pretty sure picante is how you say spicy in Spanish. And this feels like a more natural spelling of Deirdre to me, too, even though I don't know who Deirdre Hall is. So we happy with this? So Sumi is here saying picante. All right. Scab says, like how in Walking Dead they never say zombie. Is that true? Oh, this category of fact is reminding me of something I learned recently. Yeah, again, a word that's never used. Oh, I wish I could come up with it. Disconnected. Disconnected. And Teabag is telling me that Deirdre with an E is how you spell it. Thank you for that. And Fuller Carpet just followed us. I'm seeing two reasonable guesses for disconnected. One is split, and one is apart. I think they both mean disconnected, so we simply do not have the information we need, and downs we go. For a second, I thought this said zombies because we were just talking about them. No, parent of some zebroids. Wow. Parent of some zebroids. What's this going to be? Oh, yeah, I see. This is definitely blocked on TikTok, but I think yes, Gav speaking emoji to me. A donkey. So I guess if a donkey and a zebra breed, they give birth to a zebroid. I think I've seen things like this, like a striped donkey. Interesting. Oh, and that works with a part. So it was a part for all of those guessing that. Onward. Ring-fitting device. Ring-fitting device. A lot of people giving me the peach emoji, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about an animal. This is a wholesome stream, guys. All right. Where are we? Zonky sounds better, I agree. Are we sure zonky isn't a word? Am I getting pranked? I feel like I've heard the word zonky before. Hi, Floss, how you doing? Skippadippa is here saying sizer. someone named Underwater Canuck is also saying sizer. Yeah, ring fitting. Yeah, you put that thing on your hand, and whenever it gets tight, that's how you know your ring size. AZ is looking like something very specific. Rhododendron cousin. I saw some people, yeah, Warhog saying azalea. Glad that fits. All right, pretty smooth. Papa K says zonky is definitely a word when inebriated. Oh, Trip says I think it depends which parent is the zebra. That would be interesting. Like a liger or a tigon. Yeah, those are both things. A liger and a tigon. I'm learning so much today. Milan's Teatro alla Mini and Logician and RC and Skippadippa and Lassie are all saying Scala. Who's been there? Not me. Father and daughter boxers at 22 across. I know this one. Yeah, Zedonk is also a thing, Minnie. Zedonk is definitely a thing too. Just got back from Italy Friday, says Skippa Nice. Did you go to the theater? And Stefano, if you're still here, is calling in from Italy, in Italy right now. Yeah, Mitch Miller and Underwater and Minnie on YouTube. And Mo and Pam know Muhammad Ali, obviously a very famous boxer. His daughter, Layla Ali, is also a boxer. So father and daughter boxers has got to be Ali's. And we didn't even look at the clues here. Dig discoveries, you find relics in an archaeological dig. And East of Eden family name. Okay, East of Eden is a Steinbeck novel, but I didn't know the family name. If someone wants to confirm this for me, that would make me feel good, just to make sure we don't leave an error behind in this section. But has anyone read East of Eden and is like, yes, the Trask family, I know them. I'll leave that for now. But Sean Murphy on Facebook also getting Ali's nice work. Juliet has given me 100 emoji, which I'm hoping is about the Trask. HS class, which is probably high school. Oddly enough. Yeah, RC never read it, sadly. Wordhug says, looks good, I read it, good. Pam and Mo and Underwater are saying ENG, as in English class. Yes. Trask confirmed, JLP, thank you. What might resemble a train car? What might resemble a train car? Interesting clue. It is the Trask family. Oh, Trips looked up something. So zebroid is a zebra crossing with any equine. Zonky and Zorse are common. Wow. So Zonky and Zorse are a thing. What about Zedonk? Is that also a thing? Ah. Evil Shadow is here saying diner. Yeah, that's nice. I really like this clue. Diners sometimes look like train cars, you know? That's a great image. Reunion attendee. Reunion attendee. Zedonk and Zonky are both real, says Drink Fake Coke. Good. I feel like you could almost make a crossword theme around hybrid animals like this. I don't know exactly what it would be or what the revealer would be, but there's something there. Aubrey Pollock is here saying alum. Yeah, that's got to be right. Duo likes it on. Oops. Duo likes it on YouTube. Oh, although Scav and Larry are pointing out there are other types of reunions. It's not just school reunions. It could be ant like this. And the U actually looks more promising at 40 across. Man, just when I think we have a gimme, waiting area at 40 across. Zonky is the child of a male zebra and female donkey, while a Zedonk is the offspring of the opposite. So you were right. You were thinking that it depends which parent is which. Cool. We got Wolf in chat and Diana and Therese and Pam saying lounge. Yeah, I guess you wait in a lounge. So it was Ant. Wow, we were also confident in alum, all except a few of us. But yeah, family reunion, your aunt shows up, and Wolf just followed us. Thank you. And Bzz is here. I can't say that username every time, can I? All right, and Busy Bee. That's weird that there's someone buzzing in TikTok and Busy Bee is on YouTube. Role models, heroes looks good. Lucky and Papa K, and Minnie and Omar all saying heroes. I love it. Where to next? 43 across. Mean NFL great. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need chat's help on this one. I don't know my NFL greats. Unless it's like Tom Brady. I need some help. Ooh. Okay, well, at least there's unanimity. And Logician giving me a first name, as is Ghost. Devin just followed us. Thanks, Devin. Green. Mean green. I mean, it rhymes, so it's got to be right. I think that's how that works. All right, 46 across looks like a themer. Mean Joe Green of Pittsburgh. Thank you. Thank you, RC. Frugality metaphor. Frugality metaphor. Ah, and Blake was looking for this. Nice. Blake and Lucky. Tess. Felicia says Mean Green is one of the few sports figures you know. Well, now I feel totally ignorant. Shoestring looks great. A shoestring budget. Definitely a metaphor for frugality. A shoestring budget. And then a string tie, I guess is what we're saying. What is a string tie? Is that like what Colonel Sanders wears? Do you know what I'm talking about? String tie has to be a thing. Also known as a bolo tie, says AJ. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm picturing. Wow. Shoestring was in yesterday's puzzle too, really. He was in a Coke commercial, says Warthog. Mean Joe Green was in a Coke commercial? Okay. Oh, or are we just talking like shoelaces, is what some people on YouTube are suggesting. Frugality metaphor, like string tie? I don't think it's about shoelaces because black tie, necktie, and bow tie are all things you wear up here. It would be weird if one of the themers was randomly on your feet. Oh, everyone's saying it's a very famous Coke commercial. He threw his jersey to a kid. Well, now I have a mandatory watch list for after stream. Water following wind. Leeward, I see, or lee tide, as Logician is saying. I don't like this clue. I'm going to move on. Arrive boisterously. I feel like that's how some people arrive in my chat, and I love it. Wow, Arkadium throwing shade at Pepsi. I like a Pepsi. Pizza Beat goes Arkadium. There goes the Pepsi sponsorship. Yeah, we were just about to ink the deal too. Arrive boisterously. Yeah, see several roll in. I like rock up. All right, maybe we need more. GH is rare, so this should be helpful. They're in Macbeth and Richard III. GH. Either we make sense of this or we have an error. Bzz says, bro, I gotta get on a work call. Let's do this. Leeward. All right, leeward, just for you. Bzz. Leeward. Oops. Leeward. Water following wind. Meanwhile, Pam and Blake and Shreya are saying ghosts. Mitch Miller. Yeah, I'm getting lots of ghost emoji. Very appropriate for the season. Ghosts. I definitely remember the ghosts in Macbeth. I would need to be reminded of the Richard III. Flawlessly. Barbara on Facebook getting ghosts. What is flawlessly, though? Maybe I check this as well. Yeah, Drink Fake Coke says it's almost certainly Lee Tide. Shania says, Jack, I just fact-checked string tie for you. Is that what they call a bolo or what Colonel Sanders wears? Biz saying stoma? Oh my gosh. Some of the fill in this puzzle is difficult. When was the last time you used the word stoma? Leaf pour. Yeah, and Drink Fake Coke says leeward just means on the side away from the wind. So it is lee tide. See, buzz. This is what happens when we rush. Lee tide. But then can we work with this? Oh, to a T. I see. Flawlessly. It's so hard to parse it like this because this just looks like tote, like a non-word. But to a T is flawlessly. And maybe we're actually in decent shape, although these crosses also look weird. Dual challenge deliverer to Hamlet. Stefano says stoma comes from ancient Greek. Yeah, and AJ is predicting what 56 across is going to be. It's very clever. I like it. AJ wants 56 to be end in a tie, which is literally what these themers do. They end in types of ties, and it accords with our title today, no-win situation, if you end in a tie. I think you're right. Have you confirmed it fits? It looks from a quick scan that it does fit. Nice work, AJ. Martin is telling me Osric is a dual challenge deliverer to Hamlet, which does seem familiar from my my old English class days. Several people agreeing. The outcast knight. And then what does that... Yeah, roar in, I guess. Arrive boisterously. You roar in like the wind. Crete's highest point. Okay, and point is abbreviated, which I guess makes sense. This is going to be Mount something. Crete is an island in Greece. So what's the highest point in Greece? We can also check the one below it. But I see a lot of people saying Mount Ida, which I think is probably right. Mount Ida. All right, one more letter left in this section. Top build up voice. Up is capitalized, so we're talking about the movie, I assume. Yeah, Papa K. Asner? Yeah, Ed Asner played the old man in Up, right? Ed Asner. I don't think we even looked at this clue. Lincoln, for example. That's a hard clue for a car, because that was not your first association with Lincoln. But we didn't even need that clue. That's how good we are. Okay, onward to the east. East of Eden, here we come. Steve Jobs' first employer. Buzz, buzz, buzz followed us. Thank you, buzz, buzz, buzz. Don't leave for your work call. Procrastinate with us. Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live is the best mode of procrastination. Everyone's saying Apple. That would be surprising, wouldn't it? Because he founded Apple. You're saying he never had a job before Apple? Atari. Caleb is saying Atari. I didn't know this. It's a very interesting fact, if true, that Steve Jobs worked at Atari. Okay. We'll check the crosses. Ellie likes it. Call me M. Call me M is saying Pixar. But that doesn't fit, unfortunately. Thus to Tacitus. Oh boy. Buzz says it is true. They were here in the Bay. Caleb says, did a project on Steve Jobs in college. Okay, then I trust you, Caleb. Atari. It's a cool fact. There was another cool fact in this one, that rainbow never appears in The Wizard of Oz, the word rainbow. Ellie and Douglas and Gil and Jean Ireland are saying sick, which is definitely a Latin word, but I never took Latin, so I'm going to have to trust you guys on this, that's how you say thus in Latin. Bowl goal. Bowl goal. Chris Everlasting, thanks for the heart. Vedart, I'm glad you're back. We need help. Oddly enough, Jay Oakley, Pizza Pete, and Scav, and Papa K are all saying TDs. There's also Heart and Underwater on YouTube agrees. So touchdowns, like a Super Bowl, that kind of bowl. I'm trying to decide if it should have been bowl goals for plural, but maybe your general goal is to get touchdowns. I suppose the pluralities work out there. Let's check this X. Uniquely new. Uniquely new. Something almost tongue twister about this clue. Try to say uniquely new. Actually, it's reminding me of Unique New York, which is like the shortest tongue twister. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. Exotic. Oh, actually, toy boat is probably the shortest tongue twister. Say toy boat 10 times fast, and you will eventually say toy boat. Pacific Island Monarchy. Hi, Jess Coker. How you doing? Yes, and Arkadium reminding everyone of the 40% off sale of Arkadium Plus right now. That's a pretty good sale. Tonga is what Buzz and Jilly and Kim Williams are saying. Piers, Logician, all saying Tonga. Chris Everlasting, not like that. Tonga? All right, I'm happy with that. Well, let's not neglect this section. Underwater and Krishna on YouTube agree. I love when we agree. Oh, and AJ is still making his revealer work and noticing that the A in Tonga works with ends. Wait, end in a tie. Yeah, end in a tie. It's gonna work. Let's put one more in place, and then we'll go to the revealer. Failing that, Minnie is saying, if not, yeah, failing that, if not, we could always XYZ. Looks right. And then, yeah, yet again, the N is working. Let's do it. What the 4 other longest across answers do. I think AJ nailed this from afar. End in a tie. And in fact, Scav really broke this theme open. And by noticing, after only 2 themers, that they're all ending in ties. Black tie, necktie, bow tie, and string tie. We end in a tie, which is a no-win situation. Very nice. Very nice. Tess is going, heck yeah. Well done, everybody. Love a theme. Feels like we just wrapped this up in a bow. Rhonda and Lucky are giving applause. Minnie's saying, well done at AJ and Scav. But Scav has no time to receive his plaudits. He's right on to the next clue. Rank just below LT period, which I'm guessing is lieutenant. Looks like ensign. Genus McDungus is saying, don't forget Mount Tida. How did you even come up with that joke? Yes, our little extra bonus theme answer right here, Mount Tida. Yeah, this is short for ensign, which is a military rank, just like LT is short for lieutenant. Shreya says, really tied it all together. You guys make me laugh. Gymnast legend Komanechi. This person is new to me, but everyone underwater and Ranny and Jean and Douglas and Pris and Trips are all saying Nadia, and everyone's spelling it the same way. So I'm happy with that. And I think I showed this earlier. Toy Tycoon Schwartz. Yeah, some people, Krishna on YouTube knows FAO Schwartz. That's still, I believe, a major toy shop in Manhattan. Bam Bam is psyched to see Nadia in the puzzle. She was awesome, says Lassie. First 10 score, really? The first all 10s in gymnastics? That's very cool. Narcissus, for instance. Okay, Narcissus, I believe, is both a flower and a mythological figure. But it seems Montreal 76 Olympics, Stefano says, is when Nadia got a legendary all 10s. Bam Bam says you're too young. Oh no. There was another reference I didn't get. Oh yeah, the Mean Green Coke commercial. I didn't know. Or Pepsi. That's mandatory viewing after stream. Narcissus is definitely an egoist. Irrelevant data atop oldest cabinet department. And that's going to reveal center of some surname sandwiches. Wow. All right. Who's getting the trifecta here? Got 3 clues. Lies Rothwell. That are, you'll get your goose moment at some point, I'm sure. H-Bomb is saying state. Bam Bam says, well done, this is fun, as long as someone else has to do the thinking. I'm glad you're having fun, Bam Bam. We do this every day at noon Eastern time. So hope to see you again. Irrelevant data is looking like noise. Yeah, noise, like static. It's just noise in the system. It's not literal. It's not part of your signal. Ooh, Lucky, keeping an eye out for Hurdle. Yeah, noise is a great guess for Hurdle. We are playing Hurdle pretty soon. Center of some surname sandwiches. Yeah, Nay is how you introduce a maiden name. Good stuff. User 79 getting that. Rhonda's excited about noise for Hurdle. It is the perfect opener. Wood shaving. Okay, these colons, by the way, is an analogy. So you're supposed to read this as wood shavings is to mulch, as spud slivers is to blank. What on earth is this clue? What? Is anyone else kind of shook by this clue? Matt and Zettabyte and Rhonda and Piers and Caitlin are all saying tater tots or tater tot. Hannah and Ellie. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I get that tater tots are little bits of spuds, like mulch is to wood shavings. But what I don't appreciate is tater tots are not shaved potatoes. Spud slivers, as in potato. Spud sliver would be fries, says Sweet Georgia Girl. Yeah, I might be calling this clue out for accuracy. Wood shavings is to mulch. Maybe I don't know what mulch is like. Is it fried wood shavings? Probably not. The analogy somehow isn't landing for me. Mulch isn't exactly shaved wood. Yeah, Arkadium says it fits, but I do not think tater tots are the mulch of the potato family. That's how I'm feeling too. They're shaved potatoes put in a ball. Hash browns. Hash browns are tater mulch. I agree with that. Or like home fries. CSI setting, user 79 is guessing NBC, which would totally throw out tater tots. Can we think of a different option here? Yeah, Ledition is saying, yeah, good, and Rhonda agrees. Bam Bam says, let's sue. Sue who? Blake and Rhea are saying, Nev, yeah, Nevada, I think. CSI takes place in Las Vegas, if I'm remembering correctly. Hopefully not Nebraska. Outmoded entertainment centers. Okay. Buzz 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 says, I will write a letter to my congressman. Tater tots are not the mulch of the potato family. Tots are just more shaped hash browns. This is the kind of hard-hitting journalism that we do here at Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. Jay Oakley, yeah, drive-ins. I hope they're not outmoded. I've been to several drive-ins, and I think they're darling. I love a drive-in movie theater. Why don't we bring them back? Why are they outmoded? Matt just followed us. Thanks, Matt. Blake says, we've really sidetracked for tater tots. You know, it's important, Blake. I don't know what to tell you. We go where the story is. Golf great Norman. Chronically Layla. Ooh, Layla, like Layla Ali, who made an appearance in our puzzle. Followed us, thank you. And Matt followed us. Did two Matts in a row just follow us? Meanwhile, Underwater Canuck on YouTube is saying that Greg Norman is a golf great. Yet again, gonna have to take chat's word for the sports folks. Martin just followed us. You guys are the best. I'm wondering if this flurry of follows is because you think stream is over, but stream is not over because we're gonna play Hurdle in about 1 minute. And as I say one, everyone's saying one. It's its own square root. Okay, one. One is its own square root. I guess 0 is the only other number I can think of that's its own square root. Those have got to be the only two, right? The math head in me is coming out. I'm wondering if you can make something weird happen with I, imaginary numbers to get another number that's its own square root, but all right. Tech Whiz crossing Sound of Disappointment is looking like it's going to be a K, a geek versus, and tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm seeing my drum rolls. I'm going to put it in, and let's hope for confetti today. As usual, another one in the bag. Well done, everybody. Bam Bam says, I'm making some tater tots. That's perfect. But don't leave, because I'm pulling up Hurdle right now. I enjoyed this, by the way. I like this crossword. Scav, well done for spotting the theme right away. And AJ, nice job for predicting the revealer. Yes, four ties in our grid. Not a no-win situation because I feel like we won today. I am pulling up Hurdle. Bear with me for 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves, if you would. And I'm going to get us set up. And we have the perfect word to start Hurdle. I'm not even taking any alternatives because Noise is just how you'd want to start the game anyway if we didn't use this weird restriction where the word has to come from the puzzle. It doesn't have to. I just like it when it does. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Lassie says, what's hurdle, people? Lol. I'm glad you asked. We are trying to guess a 5-letter word. We get 6 guesses to do it, and we get information after each guess. So noise is a word, that 5-letter word that showed up in our puzzle, and so I want to start with that. Ooh, and that was a very successful guess because, Lassie, green means that these letters are all correct in the final word. So whatever word we're trying to guess does end in an E. This S is the second to last letter, and so on. Gray means that these letters do not belong in the final word. Yeah, and it's like a souped up Wordle. You will see the difference between Wordle and Hurdle in a second. Oh, Vedart wants goose. Actually, is Vedart still here? I feel like you deserve goose, except that it's not wise to guess repeating letters. Yeah, mouse. Maybe we try mouse first. Okay, the O didn't hit. Should we do goose for Vedart? Yeah, all right, just for you. It's worth checking. Not that. It's worth checking if there's a second O. If this doesn't hit, we need to start being smarter with our guesses. Yeah. Because we could do this all day. There's so many. Actually, what is this letter now? An R, maybe. Maybe it's an R, like horse, or worse, as Sweet Georgia Girl sang. Okay, I was being a little loosey-goosey, so to speak, with our guesses, but now we need to look alive a little bit because I don't want to lose. Probably an R. Shreya's suggesting horse. Barbara, it can't be moose anymore because we know there's no O in the middle slot. Cops, says Zettabyte. Oh, what a guess. If we try horse, it'll help. All right, and Underwater is voting for it too. Let's try horse. Oh, I don't want to lose on round 1, guys. This is stressing me out. Cops would be diabolical, says Blake. Yeah, filler word. I think we need a filler word. Baby Shark says, think for yourself, bro. What do you mean? The whole point of this is that viewers get to play. I am a mere vessel for you all. Posse also still works, doesn't it? Oh, we're in trouble. How are we so suddenly in trouble? So what are the leading contenders? Posse and cops. So we need to check a P. We're going to do a filler word. I think it's the wise thing to do. Because posse is still a live option. It can't be toast because it ends in an E. Chulit says, how is this different from Wordle? Right now it's not, but we do this 5 times. There are 5 different hurdles that we jump over. And they're all linked together in a way that I'll explain, and then something crazy happens at the end. Something crazy you'll never see in Wordle. So what are we checking, guys? We ruled out a lot of main letters. So a filler with P and S. Purse, laps for filler. I guess we could also just guess posse, and if it's wrong, then we know it's cops. Is that crazy? Maybe we do this. Are people okay with this? All right, I'm gonna try it. Business says do it. I'm doing it. Oh, that was huge. Oh my God, what a relief. I do not like that. I do not like that. Oof. All right, reset, because we're on hurdle 2 out of 5. And if you haven't played, this yellow means that there is an S in the word, but not in this position. So O is in the second position. S is anywhere but here. There's no P, E, or second S in the word. And notice that posse was the answer to the previous board. That keeps happening. They keep chaining together like that. And then in the end, we go nuts. The end is really quite stressful. Sound, I saw. I think that's a sensible guess. Sound. Here we go. Good. We found our S. That's something. So SO, we have 3 blanks. We probably need another vowel, although it could be a Y. Storywriter guessing socks. They tend to not do plural words like that, I should say. Yeah, I think solar is a very nice guess. Solar. Vedart, it can't be sword because we know there's no D. Solar, though, is looking... Oh, I'm disappointed. I thought that was good. I thought that was really good. It didn't hit at all. Yeah, RJ saying soggy. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. It can't be sorry because there's no R. Sooty. Yet again, it might be wise to do soapy. There's no A. Softy. It might be wise to do a filler. Should we guess soggy? Sonic. No, there's no N. Let's guess. Okay, if we do a filler, I want something with a G, Y, and T. Can we think of any word with G, Y, T? Like light. How about that? Or something like this? Or gusty. Okay, gusty's better. I'm going to try this. No, Shreya's saying fight. I'm doing fight. All right, I'm changing my mind. I'm doing fight. Okay, the T hit. So there's a T somewhere, not at the end. So are we really saying sooty? Can we not do any better than that? Softy is also live. Softy or sooty. I mean, if those are really the only two possibilities, then we could just guess them both, but I'm worried that there could be a third. Oh, there's no F because of fight. Ah, that's why fight was the best filler word. There's no F. It's not softy. So sooty. Oh, man, if this doesn't work, I swear. All right. Here we go. We're still alive. Board 3 out of 5. Sooty didn't hit at all. Blake says Sooty was my first guess. Well, sorry, Blake. There's a democracy here. Shreya says we're on the edge today. I know. It is too close for comfort, frankly. Molly, thank you for following us. It's the only thing helping me through these trying times. Adieu. Yeah, classic hurdle guess. Because you get a bunch of vowels at once. And we need to go vowel hunting early on. All right, we found our I, and there's an E somewhere. Could pretty much be anywhere. Even the second slot, I can think of words. So Lily Darlington is here. Chive. Opine. No, there's no O. Can't be opine. Chive. Brine. Yeah, maybe brine is a solid guess. R's are common. N's are common. Checks the E at the end. I think that's clever. All right, that was good. So we have our R, we have our E. Feels like we really know the shape of the word. What is going to go here? It could be a V, it could be a P. Actually, it could be a lot of things. A C, price. Oh, so how are we going to do this? Crime, prime. Could be time for another filler word. Something with C and M and P. Like chimp or something. Gripe. Yeah, Starfall is saying chimp. I kind of want to do this, not because we think it's the answer, just to give us information about some of the letters that we're ideating over. Exactly, so this was helpful, because now we know there's a P in the word, although we still don't know where it lives. That was a little risky, actually, because the P could go here or here. There's no M, so it's not prime. It's not price. So actually, what would it be if the P went at the beginning? I actually can't think of anything. It might have to be gripe. Oh, prize. Smart. It could be prize. It could be gripe. Are those the only two possibilities? Because if so, we could just guess them. But if there's any other possibility, we're going to lose. I'm going to go with, oh, pride. Oh, I'm so glad you said, no, it can't be pride because of a do. Oof. Let's go prize and hope we win a prize, because this has been a Herculean effort. P is green. Yes. Well done. Yes. All right. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Let's not get complacent. Keep our head in the game. We have an E somewhere. I want to make it to the last board because the last board is my favorite. That's where things get wacky. Caleb says, Rhonda beat me to prize. We're all working together here. I see prize on every one of my platforms right now. I see Barbara saying it, Minnie saying it on YouTube. Stop and Stare just followed us. Thank you. D is guessing clean. We've least. Least is kind of a pleasant guess. It uses a lot of common letters. That was super fruitful. Wow. Okay, so there's definitely a T at the end. Still haven't quite found our E, but we know there's an L, we know there's an S. This is going to narrow it down significantly. I'm feeling good. That was a solid guess. What's it going to be, though? Sleet? Slept? Smelt? Okay. I like... Oh, no, it's not slept because there's no P. Maybe sleet. Islet. Oh, my God. How do you come up with stuff like that? I'm not going to hit enter. I just want to see it. Wow, it really could be islet. No I from prize. Same deal with heist. We know there's no I in the answer. So I guess sleet or smelt. Maybe smelt is smarter just because it diversifies the letters we're checking. I don't know what to do. I'm going to guess sleet. We have space to play, and we don't even need it because look at that. It was sleet. All right. Board 5 out of 5, and here's why things get crazy. The 4 answers to the previous 4 boards are automatically our first 4 guesses, and we only get 2 of our own guesses to make this work. Luckily, I'm seeing a lot of color on this board, so oh wow, it's foretold. It is written. Okay, this is the easiest final round we've ever gotten because I know there can only be one thing. It's not stone, Jessica. We need an L. Look, this L is yellow. It has to be stole. It's literally the only thing that works. There's a single word that respects all of these constraints, and it is stole. And I think we should all pat ourselves on the back for a fight well fought. Here we go. Excellent. Fun stuff. Hurdle stresses me out. I love the stress, but I need you all to help me through it. Thank you so much for joining me on these games. Yeah, the crossword was great, Hurdle was great, and I really have fun solving these puzzles with you all. Tune in again tomorrow. May will be streaming tomorrow at noon. We're here every day at noon Eastern time. And check out Arkadium.com. In the meantime, try the code BOO40 for 40% off Arkadium Plus. You get ad-free games. You get an archive of puzzles you can play. So it's a great time to dig into Arkadium Plus. And thank you so much. And follow us if you don't already. If you're still watching, what? Yeah, Bam Bam saying, are we splitting the $9,700 that we won? Yes. In fact, Bam Bam, I'll give it all to you. All these points are just for you. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your day.